Hi guys, and welcome back to GradedGem. It has been a little while, hasn't it? Things have moved forward and a lot of stuff's going on, and I'm here just to give a little update video. Let's bring everyone up to speed and just get some communication out there about what is going on at GradedGem, what's going on with your cards at PSA, and yeah, let's just get into it. There will be timestamps below for anyone who wants specific information. They don't care about me waffling. If you want specific information, timestamps below for each thing. You'll be able to press the link and it'll give you that specific information. Just in general, obviously we have been away, not been away, but maybe front facing. We've been away. We've been a bit of a backward step front facing. The videos haven't gone live, not been as active on Instagram. You know, even the Facebook page we weren't as active on for a couple of weeks. Just let it be. And that's because we were focusing on other things, returns, you know, customer contacts in terms of the phone and email. So that's just why that's happened. And realistically, the last 8 to 12 months have been very, very intense. So, you know, I do apologise if it does look like we're taking a backward step. We're not, still around, still doing our normal jobs. It's just now we'll start to get videos back up. Now we'll bring GradedGem back into the game. So let's talk about customer contact. We've just closed the Facebook Messenger. I think it was a bit confusing without it being closed. It's not an official channel. You will not get a response there. We've got no one manning it. It's not going to happen. The Facebook group, I do man it to a point. You know, I'll just take a look at the comments and stuff, see what I can answer, see what I can't answer. And then if there's anything specific that everyone should know, then I'll put them in these wonderful videos. So if you need direct contact with us, which is absolutely fine, the 800 number is on the site. It's on the top of the site. And then there's also victoria@gradedgem.com for your email support. Absolutely fine. Right, so let's move on to the update system. It is temporarily suspended. And why is that? It's a big question, really. You were all getting loads of emails in about 2-3 weeks. It was the alpha launch, you know. We knew everything wasn't going to be perfect. We did know that on launch. And what we needed to do was fix the errors that you gave back. So you gave them back to Ed, and that's what we've been doing, been fixing those errors. And then once those errors are fixed, we'll re-release the system, hopefully with a lot less errors. That's the plan. That's what's going to happen. And then if there is errors from there, then we'll just take the same point. So what we'll do is we'll just keep building this system up with your help, realistically, when you send that email to Ed. Ed's not going to respond back. His job is, you know, Ed isn't working on the system. His job is literally just to put the problems there for the guys who are, and then the guys who are working on them will fix the issues. That's literally all Ed is doing. So he can't actually help with any of the other queries. So just give him the problem with the order of the system, and then we'll get it fixed, and then that will re-release. You know, that is like one of our first priorities at the moment. But if you did get that, then great. You know, you've had your first lot of updates, and let's get on to the beta launch, and we'll carry on with that from there. Moving on to turnarounds. They're a bit up in the air, aren't they? You know, that's just the way it is right now. PSA have closed for 3 months. July 1st, they're hoping to reopen, which means, you know, they should get 3 months backlog done. You'd hope anyway, right? And right now, I get this question a lot. So does Victoria. Yeah, but give me a date when they're coming back. Give me this, give me that. And we can't give a date. It's just me pulling a date out of nowhere, realistically, and giving you my best guess. We've never been in this position before. We've never had this many cards at PSA. We've never had this much backlog at PSA. There is no way of calculating this, and this should happen, and we should have all these cards back by then. It's not the case, you know. Even people sent out in the same month, you know, if it's taken PSA an extra month to input them, then, you know, that's just a case of what's happened. And now we just need to work on the ones that come through the door, get out to you as quickly as possible. Just too many factors to consider. What are we doing right now? So returns are still going out. Thousands of them. Thousands of cards have left us in the last 3-4 weeks, to be fair. But what we will do is start dropping the videos from tomorrow. So our editor, not that you need to know this, he was busy, he's preoccupied, but he's came in now. We've got some videos ready. We've got more videos to edit, so we'll get them done. And we're gonna aim to at least drop a returns video once every 3 days, just so you guys can see cards are still leaving our location out to submitters, and hopefully yourself, you know, when you've submitted as well. It is a drop in the ocean, though. It really is, and I think that's kind of something that we should talk about. You know, we have literally sent 400,000 cards to PSA in the last like 8-12 months. when a return comes back, it's like 0.1% of that total. It's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. So when those cards come back, just because your mates had them back or someone else has had them back, it has absolutely no correlation to getting yours back. That's what the order update system is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you a personalized update, right? It really is a drop. It really is a little drop, and those drops will keep coming back, and let's hope those drops flow a bit quicker. That's kind of what we're talking about, right? Right, let's move on to an issue we have had in the last month, which is EU shipping. Had a big issue with this, to be fair. We've got to make sure we ship your stuff back to you guys in the EU safely, and there was an issue with custom codes, and there was an issue with couriers, and there was an issue with them rejecting parcels, etc, etc. These are for people who had not used the hubs, just to make that very clear. If you've used the hub, no problem, your cards will come back and they'll go out. But we didn't have a lot of the official hubs until August, September. So people who submitted from Europe before then, they're getting their cards individually back to them, and that is going to take more time than just the hub go straight back. But we found a good solution, I believe. So we'll just continue on that. And that should be fine. So I do apologise if you have waited longer for your EU shipping. If you haven't had a notification, you should get it very soon. I'm working through those EU ones at the moment. Obviously, got a whole month backlog of EU returns that I now have to try and get sorted. Right, we're moving on to next. Order, account issues, payment plans, Jan, Feb. A lot of you have had this. Basically, payment plans are broken. It is if you've made an order in January or February, payment plans, they're just wrong. So we've had to review every single order. So you've got like 900 orders in there that we've had to review. Check that the pre-grades are the correct. Check the semi-rigids are correct. Check the amount of cards are correct. Check what payments you've already made and what payments you still need to make. And then we need to create those orders in your account. So there you go. You can pay that as and when you are ready. Technically, it is a long time. Secondly, it needs to be accurate. That's just one of those things that happened when we reopened in Jan. So many cards, so many orders, and the site got overloaded, as you can imagine. So we're fixing that. We know that's a problem. It's something we're working on. So if you do not have it in your account, just put the money that you know, or you know that you owe us, just put it away in a different account, something like that. Wait for that order if you want to pay it, and then when it does appear, just pay it then. There's no delay to your cards. Your cards, they've gone, and that is that. Right, next up, we're going to talk about why you can't send in cards right now. Because we don't have the information, right? We don't have the information from PSA. We don't have prices. We don't have service levels. I'll turn my fingers around there. And we just don't know what's going on. There's not a lot of information forthcoming from PSA about what does happen July 1st. We don't even know if we're going to be allowed to submit. They might just want direct submitters. I can't imagine they want to get backlogs with tens of thousands of cards immediately. They might do. But we just don't have that information. That's why we can't take your cards in, store them here, because PSA could decide to close for another 3 months. They could decide to close for another month. They could decide they're reopening everything. They could decide we're only going to take X amount of submissions. They've got the decisions. We haven't. And we haven't been advised on what those decisions are. Once they've made those decisions, that's when we make a decision. So that's just the way it is right now. If you do make an order on the site, if you do send cards, there's no point. One, your order will get refunded minus the transaction fees, because I can't be, we can't be paying for that. And two, that you'll have to pay for the return shipping, and the cards have to go back. We can't have cards here. I do appreciate that, the enthusiasm to get cards. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. But it's just a reality. We can't do it right now. Next up is we still actually have a few cards, not tons, but we still do, that were shipped to us after the deadline, and these still need to be returned. So Sam at GradedGem.com has got in contact with you in the spam. If you did send after our deadline and you haven't had an email, then call us up or give Sam at GradedGem.com an email, and he'll sort that out. Whew, that was a lot of questions and queries, wasn't it? However, let's go to the closing statement, which is basically our dedication to GradedGem. Our first priority is getting your cards returned. There is hundreds of thousands of cards out at PSA, and those will be coming back over the next year or so. So, and hopefully in between then. So, our job is now to get those PSA returns and bring them and deliver them back to you. We've got 6 staff at the moment. We're not dealing with submissions. That is our first priority. Getting everything in order, the update system, the account issues. And in some ways this break has been good because it means we can work on that other stuff. And that's all we're going to do. So there shouldn't be any question our dedication. There shouldn't be any question. Just because we've been less front-facing, that doesn't mean GradedGem doesn't exist. That doesn't mean we're not still working in the background. That doesn't mean that, you know, everyone's gone and I've just said, oh, I'll go and have holiday for 3 months. That's not the case. So there's stuff going on in the background, but I do appreciate we have taken a backward step front-facing. But that will change now, moving on. And yeah, last but not least, if you have any general questions, just put them below. I'll try and answer them. If you do have a specific question about your account, your card, you know, anything like that, then the 800 number or victoria@gradedgem.com. That's the best place to go. We'll get it sorted. Otherwise, long time no see. Hope you enjoy the returns videos that are coming very, 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 very soon. And if you are new here and you've submitted cards, then you might as well subscribe. We'll keep doing these update videos and like it if you would. But anyway, otherwise, see you soon.